Great, you came back. So this section we're going to talk about templates, which is the body of the emails that your data will get merged with. Not much different than a Word file. So let's log in. And this should look familiar. Let's go to our campaign. We talked about the details tab already, and the data associated. We talked about data files, how only one data file can be active at a time. We talked about the data columns and how to do formatting of those columns, import the columns. And now we're going to talk about templates. So templates is how you're going to display information within the body of the email. It is rich text, which means you can have bold, italics, large fonts, small fonts, etc. And you're going to be able to put your column names of your spreadsheets so that each email that for that person will have the data merged in, and you'll get a nice email body. So first thing you need to do is set what we call a field delimiter, merge field delimiter. And what that means is, think of your Excel column header like first name. In the template, you're going to wrap that first space name with a set of delimiters, what we call delimiters, which means it's going to identify it from other parts of the body. And you have a choice here of either brackets or curly braces. And we're gonna just start out with brackets, square brackets. And so that's going to mean that your first space name is going to be between two square braces, brackets. So once we set that, if you see in the bottom right are three buttons. You're familiar with the search button. If you had a whole bunch of templates, the add button, we're on the templates tab, so the add means we're going to add a new template. So let's go ahead and do that now. Brings up a new screen. As you see up at the top, that it tells you that this is a template for this campaign. We haven't given it a description name yet, so it's just showing new template. We're going to give it an ID, so let's just call it V1. And then we're going to name this one per line. Okay, and if you'll notice, as soon as we go away, this changed to the description line. So you're able to see right away how that looks. And so so now your email body is just that. It's rich text, which means you're able to just type and then you're able to apply formatting. So there is a couple of fields that are standard and never go away. Again, we identified earlier, it's going to be a square bracket. And we're going to type in header, which is going to pull in the header image and replace it at this location. Next, we're going to put, we have two constants. One is a long date, which is January XX, 2014, 15, like that. And we're going to just put these in so you can see them in the email. And then we're going to do a short date. And that way you can put in these particular fields, like it can identify actually the date the email left, rather than you having to update every template with the date that's going to be sent out. Kind of silly. So we know that there is a let's see, we go back to our data columns, and we know that there is a first name, and I'm just gonna so we can see the merge fields, and we're gonna put in first name. As you see, it's the exact same name of the column, just surrounded by square brackets. And we're going to continue. And we're going to do okay. And we're going to do just let's add the just to make this short, add a date in here so you can see our formatting. But let's go ahead and mess up the spelling here. Okay, current salary. And then let's see, 2015 salary, if you remember, was our calculated field. So this will let you see how we do the import of calculated fields. And let's go ahead up at the top. Let's go ahead and add in template version. Okay. And actually, let's go ahead and finish this up while we're here. And finally, we have email address. And is that it? Job title. I think that's it. Okay, good. So what I want to do, though, let's go ahead and make this particular. Now that I got my text in here, let's do some cosmetic formatting. Let's change that to be header type 2, and we can change yeah, we'll just keep it simple for now. Okay, So we've got it in there. Good to go. What if you'll notice in the lower right of the screen, there's a button called Audit. The Audit button will validate your merge fields with the columns that we had imported from the spreadsheet. And so let's it's best so that, as you saw, I misspelled some things, and let's see if it catches it. So press the Audit button, and as you see, no data column match for the following, and that's absolutely accurate. So let's go fix that. Here's the first one, seniority, and what was the other one? Salary. Okay, let's check that Audit again. Again, going to the bottom right, click on Audit. Boom, good deal. Let's say, well, what if I had put a space in here between the brackets? It's wrong. It doesn't match. So use the Audit button. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and save this template. Okay, so we just created our first template. Here's the ID, the description. When was it last updated? Okay. So I know this is a long module, but let's go ahead and continue back and add another template, and I'll show you a nice trick. Let's go back to the Add button in the bottom right. And let's give this template, V2, and let's call this V2 all fields. Let's do not as many fields as V1. Okay. So now focus back down on the bottom right where the buttons are. See this import button? It allows you to import the content from another template. It can even be another campaign, template from another campaign. So let's go ahead and press import. It defaults to this campaign. If we had other campaigns, you could click on the plus sign and it would show you your other campaigns. But we only have one. So we want to import the email body from V1. And you press the OK button. First click on it to select, press the OK, and there it is. Just like that. And let's go ahead and delete, we don't need preferred name. And what else don't we need? Let's drop email address. Okay. So boom, saved. Just like that, we created a new template based upon the body of another template. So with that trick, think of your first template as your master, and then your other templates you can base upon that and just edit as necessary. So that's our one other thing you'll notice on this templates tab, we also have a button on the bottom right called Audit All. If you click that, it will go through each template and verify that there's no errors with the merge fields. And clicking that, boom, we see that's the case. Let's go into here, V2, and let's just change this up. We're going to put a 1 there and a 1 there. We're going to save that. And now let's do an audit on all the templates again. As you see, V2, it's saying, well, we got some errors. and you're like, oh man. So there you go, back into V2. You're going to look for those errors, clean them up. While you're here, you can just press the audit button on the bottom right. No issues. And saved. So that's going to complete the part about templates. So next in the list is the recipients, and it's going to be a little longer, but perhaps not. So go ahead and save your campaign and log out of the application. We'll see you at the final